All right, here's our kitchen to size and scale in a 3D rendering. I can just click on each wall and we can look at an elevation view for a few more details. So starting off on the cooktop wall with our 48-inch cooktop, we have, as we can see, just 4 doors underneath of it with rollouts. So this would be, there's 2 cabinets below it. It would be split right here. So these 2 doors would open to 1 cabinet with rollouts below it here. Drawer stacks left and right. There's a limitation with the cabinet program as far as exactly determining the shape and size of the wood hood. And this cooktop's 48 wide, so this base cabinet I believe is 50, and the hood is, let's just look at an elevation view since we're already getting detailed. And the hood is almost 56 inches wide, just a little bit wider than the cooktop itself. And the cabinets left and right, the upper cabinets left and right of the cooktop are glass with exposed interior. So whatever door style or stain color we choose, the inside of the cabinet will match. Floor to ceiling cabinet to the right of it, this is 96 inches tall. This is a big pull out with room for pots and pans. So the right side would be solid and the left side would be open where we could hang and store pots and pans. The door to the right of it is storage only. It would be hinged on this right side, and this whole left side here acts like a drawer. The whole piece pulls out, and these are 2 separate upper doors here. These would be open. There would not be a partition in the middle. And to the right of that is we have a 44-inch wide opening for the Sub-Zero fridge. And this is that top piece that I was thinking how we could do. So this is one idea on finishing out the top of this. If we left it open, the only question I have is with the crown molding. So we have crown molding running across the top of this cabinet here. So if we brought this, what I would call a fridge leg, this left side, if we brought it out about 3 inches further than here, we could cleanly dye the crown molding into this. But it is not going to look good to run crown molding on the inside around here because it'll just be facing the cabinetry. So one option is to not leave this open, and we could put a full top on this piece here, and this is all currently an exposed interior, but if we put a top on it, it would just be a 5-sided box, and this side would be open, and then we could just run crown molding across the face here. So if we put a full top on it, obviously it limits our height a little bit. Let's look at it in elevation view. This is 15¼ on the inside, plus another 8 inches to the ceiling. So obviously you have more room if we don't put a top on it. Just a little detail to work through on that. Okay, back to the 3D view. Another floor to ceiling cabinet, drawer stack underneath of it, exposed interiors. The left side of this is panelized to match the front of the cabinet. A tray divider right here. Trash pull out, Lazy Susan. An upper with adjustable shelving, 90-degree L-shaped cabinet. So these 2 doors and these 2 doors are bound together. When they open, this whole inside piece is exposed. There is not a rail or stile running down the middle. Drawer stack to the left of our kitchen sink. Dishwasher, standard cabinet with rollouts. Drawer stack to the right of that, another floor to ceiling cabinet, upper cabinets here, and the top of this is all with crown molding. And our island, it gets a little tight on the 3D view to look at it with the 3D rendering, just the size of the kitchen. Okay, This is the sink cabinet, and a drawer stack to the left here, dishwasher, trash rollout, 3 drawer stack on the other side of the island. We have, these are 12-inch deep cabinets with adjustable shelving, and in this cabinet here, we'd have to measure exactly the depth and width of that toaster. There might be room to put it on the left side here, or we just modify this cabinet and put it in the top here, and these doors here. Let me look at this on elevation view. It's such a sharp angle, it's hard to see. So if we mounted the toaster here, we would split these doors, and there'd just be 2 lower doors below where this toaster would be mounted. But that toaster is not as wide as this 27-inch cabinet, so we can size that down. It's just another little detail to look at as far as where the exact placement of that will be. And the ends of these islands will be panelized to match the fronts. This cabinet over here, to give it a furniture look, we can massage this a little bit, but one idea I had, keeping this 6 inches off the corner. This does not terminate to the wall on the left, and we have these panels that run up the side just to give it a bit of a hutch look, and a decorative toe kick underneath of it. The right side of this would be panelized. These are 14 deep, these are 14 deep, and I know we want to put a TV in here, and when the doors are closed, where it looks relatively seamless as far as not having any obvious signs that a TV would be back there. It's just going to be tricky with such a wide expanse to make those doors behave to do that. And below that, I mean, we'd have granite in between here and a shallow drawer, because these are 14 deep, so those drawers would only be 12 deep. And they would only pull out about 9 inches, because if we do the meta box with soft close, those can only be 3/4 extension drawers. So still usable, but those are shallow drawers because it's a shallow cabinet. So the other side here, going into the pantry area, looking at the cabinets to the left as you walk in on this side here. This is such a tight room, I cannot really do the 3D. It's too narrow. So we'll look at this in elevation view right here. Pretty straightforward. Base cabinets, drawers on top, adjustable shelving above. And inside here, now from the face of this cabinet, this is a person here just to represent size. From the face of this cabinet across, if we look at this wall, we'll have cutaway views of these cabinets. It's a little tight if we put cabinets on this right wall. So if we measure from the face of the cabinets on the left across, we have about 31 inches, 32 inches, and it's going to get even narrower once we put countertops on there. So putting these in here really makes this a very shallow alleyway to the back. We might want to consider maybe pulling these out or looking at some other options. So looking at this wall here, this door leading into the dining room, double oven here, if I've understood our last conversation, double oven here, floor to ceiling cabinet. This one, like all the floor to ceilings, these are 100 inches tall, I believe. Yes. And then the top of these are at 96 to break up the plane of the cabinet. Drawer underneath here, trash rollout, upper cabinets. And on the other side, we have some shallower cabinets. These are only 12 inches deep. Base cabinets, shallow drawer, upper cabinets here. And this is just a person 5'5" to represent the space in there. That's the only thing I don't like about this is how, let's see if we can rotate around. Just a big program. It takes a while to move around. It's a little tight in that back in here. But there's a layout of the kitchen. Let me know if I've got it all correct as far as placement of everything, or if you want to adjust sizes or where cabinets are, let me know. Other than that, thank you.